Hey y'all, I'm Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad we can hang out again today. Today, I kind of wanted to do a quick video talking about my various different projects that I have going on right now, because I think I've mentioned them in passing or in videos, but without actually explaining what any of them are. So I would like to take, a few minutes this week to kind of cover those, and so that you guys can have a kind of one place to check to see what projects I'm working on right now. So right now I currently have 3 projects in the works at various different stages of completion, and while some of them I might be able to reveal more about them than others, I wanted to just go ahead and chat about them right here. So the first one is what I entitled The G-Man, and the title does not give any indication really of the actual story. It's a very different vibe than the actual story, so that was kind of intentional because I am not at liberty to really discuss a whole lot about it just yet. It's kind of under wraps from my publisher, so I can't really give any information about it, but it is a fantasy. And it's quite a fun fantasy, but that's pretty much all I can talk about for that one. But that was my nano project last year, and what I completed during the Fall Fic Frenzy this year. So it was kind of a 2-year thing. That's that project. It's a fantasy. It is I just finished the first draft. Kind of figured out a few extra scenes as well, but those haven't been included yet. So anyway, that's the G-Man. And then the next project is what I entitled Project Squad Goals. And this is a dystopian. This is what I finished right before the Fall Fic Frenzy. I finished the first draft of that one. It is again, I can't necessarily, it has a title, but I can't necessarily reveal it just yet. The reveal should be coming in the next few months, but right at the moment I'm not at liberty to reveal it. But it is a dystopian, and it features like the world's end, squad goals, as an atypical Sarah story. It has a group of friends or companions that have to work together to solve a common goal. And so yeah, that's my dystopian, and it's a more serious story than the G-Man. It's a very heavy story, and yeah, so it has a lot of, I wouldn't say darker themes per se, but it is a little bit heavier in content and in feeling than for the G-Man. So that is Project Squad Goals. And my next project, my other project, is what I'm dubbing the Nature Fantasy Project, because I don't have a title for this one just yet. I have no idea what to call it. And this is, as the working title indicates, it is a fantasy that revolves around nature magic, and it is in the plotting stage. I started plotting it, I think, earlier this year, had some ideas, but I decided I didn't like what I was coming up with, so I put it on the back burner, and then I, just a few months ago, came up with some new ideas for it that completely changed what was going on in the story, but for the better. I'm very excited with what is coming out of it, but it is very much in the plotting stage. This is the one that I'm doing episodes for. I am following the novel in 1 year breakdown from the Novel Factory. I'm not necessarily doing it in 1 year, but I am following that breakdown. And so if you've been following along, I have episodes for each section in that breakdown. I've only done 2 so far, and I'm hoping the 3rd one will be coming up in the next week or so. But yeah, that is basically surrounding nature and my love for nature and growing and all that sort of stuff. And it's just, the vibes are there. Is the story there? No, but the vibes are there. And hopefully the story will follow the vibes. We'll see. But I'm very excited for that one, and I hope to continue documenting my progress with that story as the weeks and months and maybe even years go by. But yeah, those are my 3 projects right now. I have the G-Man, Project Squad Goals, and the Nature Fantasy Project. all very different stories, and they've all been really fun to work on for their own reasons. And I hope that kind of gives a little bit of an idea of what I'm working on. My next focus will probably be Project Squad Goals, like in-depth focus, because that has the tighter deadline on it. Nature Fantasy Projects is just an ongoing project that I'm working on, dabbling in. So like I'm not like strict on those deadlines per se. I'm just, whenever I find time, I squeeze it in my schedule and I work on it. And then Project G-Man, there's other things in the works for that I kind of part of, but not really. So it's kind of at a standstill at the moment, so I'm not going to be focusing on that anytime soon. But I'm glad that the first draft is done. That just makes me happy. But yeah, those are my projects. If you would like to let me know what you're working on, I would love to know down in the comments below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing so you don't miss any of my uploads. And yeah, I hope we can hang out again sometime soon. But until then, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye!